What's up, y'all? Anwar, A&R Show.
It's Slim Rita here. You know the vibes.
Yeah, man. And we are back. Sorry for the little break, man. We were moving, getting some things together. And
please bear with us.
That's right. But it's Thursday. Well, it's actually Tuesday. But it's Thursday. So y'all know what that means. It's time for another episode of Relationship Thursdays. That's right. So y'all know how this goes. But before we get started, please make sure to remember to like the video.
Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you click that bell for notifications.
That's right. And share the video across social media, whatever. We want to hear from everybody. So without further ado, y'all know how this works, man. We have our question bank,
which we've added on to.
Yes,
so now we're at 49 questions. We're going to continue to add on to this.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we got to mix it up. I feel like people are watching and they're picking the same numbers. They're trying to play it safe. So we just going to add on to that, you know?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. So, and rest assured, we've heard you guys. I know, you know, I saw a lot of comments say, listen, y'all got to get some females on it. It's always guys. We got special guests. So when things open back up, we've talked to some people. So we just got to wait for the world to open back up. But
can't do much. Not right now.
Right. So hopefully you guys are practicing your social distancing, washing your hands, wearing your mask and your gloves if you have to go out. Again, try your best to be safe, stay safe, and hopefully this thing will be over soon.
And another thing, do not think it's okay to wear the same mask for a week or a few days. That's not okay. The minute you leave out of your home with that mask, it is now contaminated, but you need to trash it before you enter your house.
Oh, man.
But we're not going to get that deep into cross-contamination.
I feel like that was
That's not what we here for.
I definitely had the same mask for like 3 days.
That's not what we here for, you know.
All right, so y'all know how this works. We have our question bank. Who's going to pick the question number today?
I don't know.
All right, I guess I will because I saw you have the spreadsheet open. So I'm going to go with, let's go with lucky number 17.
17?
17.
Right.
What's that one?
I think we discussed this already. How important is oral?
Oh, yeah, we did that already. We did that already, yeah.
Another number?
Yeah, let's go with Jordan, 23.
23.
Yeah.
I think we dealt with this one too. Insecurities and how to deal with
it. Yes, we did.
it.
Oh, my goodness gracious. All right. 25 then. Shit, I'm just picking numbers here now, y'all.
When do you check your baby moms?
Oh. Oh, man. Okay. So, I guess this was all me, huh? Well,
I guess so.
You are a baby mom, I guess, right?
It's not. Technically, no.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
not.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. So, when do you check your baby mom? I mean, I guess the answer to that is the minute she gets out of line. You know, if you're in a relationship and you're, you know, baby mom or I guess in your case, baby daddy, like when they get out of line, when they overstep their boundaries, they have a responsibility, obviously, to make sure.
To be a parent.
Right. But I feel like, you know, when my child is with me, then it's all my responsibility. Any and everything that happens while she's with me is on me.
Right.
And, you know, her mom has nothing to do with that. Like something, she falls off her bike and breaks her arm, that's all on me. I should have been watching. It's not for her mom to say, oh, well, you shouldn't have took her outside to ride her bike today.
Right.
But then also, you know, I think when I wrote that question, it was more so like when they're interfering into the relationship and wanting to know stuff.
Yeah, because you took that all the way over here.
Yeah, that's right.
And we need to bring that back on.
I played it safe. I played it safe. No, I guess, you know, again, it still falls onto the same thing. When they take that moment of overstep, you know, it's funny.
So what is the limit? So I get what you're saying with overstepping, but what is a limit with overstepping? Like, when does it become too far to where you need to check your baby mom or baby dad?
I think that's up to you to establish those guidelines. You know what I mean? I have one friend, his baby mom still has keys to his house. They used to live together. They're no longer together. Now, he is currently single. So, but I mean, she'll come by and drop the baby off. And I mean, but she'll let herself in and, you know, whatever. And it's like, yeah, that's a little much for me. But I mean, that's their business. It works for them. Yeah. But I think, you know, you have to set those boundaries. For real, it comes to anything that's going on inside my home or inside my relationship. You know, your baby mom don't have no say over who you date or where y'all go, things like that. Like, you know, it's like, oh, you know, I mean, you know, my daughter's mom had an issue with you at one point in time. And it was just weird. She like, well, you got to do a background check on her. She's going to be around Krista. And it's like, yeah, whatever. Like, that only makes sense to me. Like, that's overstepping, and it's like, you sound dumb. Like, you just have to, sometimes you really just have to put somebody in a place, let them know, like, when you're in a relationship, you know, you can kind of dictate things, you know, to an extent of what you're going to allow, what have you. But, like, once we break up, you don't have no more say-so. You don't have no say-so over who's in my house, or, you know, what time I go to bed, or who I'm dating, or whether I drink in my house or whatever. You know, certain things, again, okay, I don't want you drinking or smoking in front of the baby. Okay, that's understandable.
That's being a parent.
Right. But if it comes down to like, oh, well, you know, so you have the basement as your smoking area. Oh, I don't want you smoking in your house at all. You sound dumb. It's my house. So, I mean, I think that's where it comes down to. And if they try to, you know, interfere in your relationship, then, you know, you check them. And I think for me, like, if my daughter's mom was trying to interfere in our relationship, you know, initially I would try to check her and say, listen, you know, you need to chill, because...
But again, it's like, when does it get to that point? So for me, I feel like, now, again, when it starts interfering with the relationship, but you got to shut things down quickly. So when you start noticing, you know, somebody may throw a slick remark here, you can't let that slide, because then they feel like, again, you give a nigga a rope, they want to be a cowboy. Okay. So you keep letting them take that rope. Eventually, they want to come with the smoking guns, act like a cowboy. Okay. You have to shut things down immediately. So the little slick remarks and, you know, eye rolling or issues with things like those small things lead to bigger things. So when you shut it down automatically and you let it be known, listen, we're not together. Yes, we have a child, but we're not together, and I'm going to do what I'm going to do over here. You do what you do over there. If it does happen to interfere with us parenting, then we can have that discussion. But if it's not interfering with us being parents, then we shouldn't be discussing it necessarily. It shouldn't be much of a discussion going on about it. Yeah. But I think it has to just be dealt with from the beginning, as to not cause, this is, you know, some dudes know that they have a crazy baby mom, and they'll let little eye rolling and the slick remarks, they'll let it slide. Yeah. And then you have a situation where your baby mom is now at your house trying to beat up your girlfriend. Right. And, you know, both parties are trying to figure out what's going on, but he done let her slide with all of this. Right. And the girlfriend over there knowing that, you know, and whole time he knew his baby mom was coming. So the girlfriend over there, and he knows something about, but you don't shut it down from the beginning. So now you have these personal. You all right? No, it's not personal. But not, I mean, you have those type of situations occur when you kind of let things just go ahead and handle themselves, so to speak.
That's true. I always say, like, you teach people how to treat you. You know, you let somebody get away with something, and then, you know, I think it's human nature, and I don't think it's specific to men or women. It's human nature to see how far you can go. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I equate it to meeting somebody. You know, you meet a girl in the club. You start off dancing, you grind, you might slide a hand down, you know, on her waist. Oh, she all right with that. Then you might slide it around, grab a booty. Oh, she all right with that. Then you might reach up, try to grab. Like, you're going to keep seeing how far you can go. And if you don't,
Oh, really?
I don't dance, man. You know this. It's things I observed. I see other people do it. That's what it is. I'm talking about other people. But, no, so, but, like, that's what it is. You let people... I'm sorry, you teach people how to treat you. And
treat those around you.
Right. And that's the thing. Like, I know myself personally, like, I try my best to avoid having to get in a confrontation. And the reason being is, it's like, I don't really want to argue. I really don't. I don't want to argue with nobody. I don't want to argue with my baby mom. I don't want to argue with these niggas in the street.
Sometimes that argument is necessary in the beginning. Right. So that way, you know, listen, these are my ground rules, and guess we going to argue about this every single time, because guess what? These are my rules, and that's that. Right. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes that argument is worth your sanity in the long run, because eventually...
Yeah, that's true. Because you can't block your baby mom or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have the discussion, you get it out the way. Sometimes that argument early on is just, it's the best way to go. Yeah. And guess what? Later on down the line, you may have, let's just say, 2 years of hell arguing. But then you'll have a good 16 to 18 years of smooth waters, because you've set your ground rules.
Yeah. Have you ever had to, I guess, be in a position where you had to check a baby mom, or were dealing with somebody and their baby mom got out of line?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
See, I told y'all. I said, she said, the way you leaned up and everything, I said, this sounds personal, but go ahead.
think it was a little bit different for me. You have somebody online kind of hiding behind, you know, a profile. You don't really know what's going on, and they're just randomly talking crap. And it's like, okay, is you gonna tell your baby mama come on over? Because I'll be over there this weekend. Like, you can tell her come on over. You can make dinner, and we can sit down and hash this all out. But if she don't want to talk, what is there? Why is she attacking me on social media? So again, like even like little childish things like that, when you know you have a baby mom like that,
that's gonna do
and
that
you don't
stuff.
set certain boundaries, and you don't let her know like this is what needs to happen, or you don't do preventative things. So for instance, if some guys and some females are close with the person they had a child with, and they're close enough to be able to go into Instagram or go into Facebook or go into Twitter and block whoever it may. Like, you don't need to even see this profile because you're going to start acting up. I know you may not like this person, but I'm blocking this profile, blocking everything about this person from you. So that way you don't even have to see it. I mean,
I don't know.
Certain ways to deal with things.
The way you said that, hold up, I think I might have misunderstood. Wait, you saying like some people might be so cool with their baby mom or baby dad that they have access to their Instagram?
Passwords. People have access to
I wish
phones.
Somebody would go in, like, if I don't care, you baby mama, not like, we break up and you go in and block somebody because you trying to protect me from me, I'm still going to cuss you out. Now you done violated. Now you done overstepped. See, now you done overstepped.
But they got
now
your
I got to
passwords.
argue with you. No,
they got your
that's right. So you got to change your passwords. But no, for me, like, it's funny because you was telling that story. I'm thinking about that. Like, yeah, my man, listen, I remember I was out one time and me and my daughter mom had split up or whatever. And the funny thing is, and it's just, you know, people, they see something and they just run with it. Y'all, for those of y'all who watching this from the battle rap community, y'all should know, like, this is how it works. People see something and it don't matter the truth.
Right. They
just see something, they run with that. And like, I was out to lunch with a friend of mine, and just a friend. And we were out, and in fact, it was really like, she was kind of consoling me, not consoling me, but like, you know, kind of prepping me. She's like, listen, you know that girl crazy, you're going to have a tough time for the next 18 years. Like, you need to be prepared. Like, so we was having one of them type, and it was just lunch. Some of my baby mom friends was at the same restaurant. Now, I don't know it. I don't know her friends.
This is ghetto already.
And they took a picture, sent it to my daughter's mom. Then she ends up reaching out to me. Like, she texted me, was like, oh, I hope you having fun at lunch with your boo. And I'm like, wait, what? And she sends me the picture.
And see, I'm petty. I would have been petty enough to call, video call, FaceTime. Listen, you want to sit at lunch with us? Do you want to sit? So why are you contacting
The funny thing is, the friend that I was with, like, she never liked her anyway.
Yeah,
so she was like, yeah, right. She was like, what? Like, oh, I'm going to her house, and now I'm trying to, like, listen, no, don't do that. And so, yeah, and I think that's actually where this topic came from, because she was like, you need to check her. And I'm like, that was literally, there was nothing I could have done. There was zero chance.
No, you need to check her.
Wait.
No. Here's the thing. You need to check her. She shouldn't even feel like she should be able to reach out to you.
No, but that's the thing. It wasn't, it was I'm at lunch, we hadn't talked in a week or so.
I get what you're saying, but she shouldn't even feel like she should be able to reach. She should feel like, I got this information, but I'm not even going to reach out to him and bother him.
Oh, yeah, no.
She should feel like that. She shouldn't feel like, I'm about to cuss him out.
Yeah.
And I'm
No, she didn't cuss me out. She really did it because she knew it was going to annoy me. And it was like, because my thing was, I mean, I'm not going to lie. Obviously, you get a picture, you're out to eat, and there's a picture of you out eating. The first thing you do is start looking around like, well, who the hell took the picture? That was the very first thing I did.
Or you stand up and say, if one of you bitches in here took a picture, and I'm going to tell you now, you best get the fuck up, you know? Yeah. That's when people do ghetto things like that, you have to take it to the next level sometimes, and you have to get ghetto-er. Like, you know what I mean? You have to get ghetto-er, you know?
But yeah, so, I mean, I don't know. But after that, I mean, it really did, that situation, like, it came down to, you know, I stopped my friend from going to the house, but I went to the house, and it was, you know, at the time, she was actually at her mother's house.
Right.
So I went there, and I'm talking to her mother, and her stepfather, like, listen, like, this shit borderline stalking. Ain't nobody stalking you. I've been here all, and I'm like, well, at the end of the day, if one of your friends sends you a picture, if the shoe had been reversed, if she had been out, and one of my friends sent me a picture, I'd have been like, oh, all right. Like, this really, like, I don't care.
Right.
So, like, okay.
Oh, she still cared.
I guess. I think she just wanted to annoy me, and I think she knew that would annoy me. So, but it's like, you know, when the thing is, though, And this part, you'll never be able to understand. And I mean this as respectfully as possible, but as a woman, you'll never be able to understand this. Like, you have to also always find that fine line, because there's nothing in the world worse than a bitter baby mama. And if you go too hard at her, one thing that women know, and I'm not saying that all women are like this, obviously there's not. Y'all know I have a son as well. Me and my son's mom, we get along great. But there are women out there who will use a child as a pawn in their game.
Oh, definitely.
So you run into that, or obviously child support. Now, I personally feel like child support is for deadbeat dads. For the dads who don't get their kids, don't want to buy, whatever. I feel like that's where child support comes in.
And then just to speak on that a little bit, I want to say just shout out to all the fathers who do take the time to say, you know what, you're better because we didn't work out and you're going to use my child as a pawn, but I'm going to fight you in court. Right. And I'm going to make sure that my rights are being held up to a certain standard as well, because this is my child as well. Right. You don't have that right to play this game with the life.
Exactly, and that's what they do. And it's like, you know, unfortunately, the way the system is set up, the woman is right until we prove that she's wrong. You know, I've gone through it, and it costs a lot of money to go back and forth to support court and custody court, and you know, there's all these different steps that you have to go through before you get to the actual custody court, and all of them cost a lot of money. You know, I'm talking between $500 and $1,200 every step of the way. And
they also give you the chance to mediate amongst yourselves before they bring you in front of a judge. Just like, hey, can you guys be adults here and work this out before we have somebody step in and split everything up for y'all? And you don't necessarily want that, but mediation doesn't wind up working out a lot of times because people are still bitter in mediation.
We was one step away from actually having a judge have to tell us, okay, on this day at this time, before she finally realized, like, oh, wait a minute, this ain't gonna work. Like, you know, it was exhausting financially. So, you know, that's something that we as fathers have to be mindful of, because, you know, again, not necessarily you, but if you're my baby mom and, you know, I'm barking on you about, you know, you overstepping or whatever, the reason why I think, you know, the significant other or baby mom, baby dad, the reason why they do it usually is to be annoying, to, you know, be petty, whatever. So if I check you and now, you know, your feelings hurt, you salty, the next thing you do, you're still trying to be petty, so you find another way.
Yeah.
And, you know, so that's something that we always have to be careful about. But
yeah, I get that. There's a fine line of, you know, checking her to make sure your situation is okay, and checking her and hurting her feelings to a point where she's going to then retaliate.
But that's the thing. If her feelings are, you know, oh, this didn't work out, and you like, look, we ain't together no more. You got to stop with the, you know, smart comments about, oh, I seen you and your little girlfriend, or you know, your girlfriend with her too high pants on, whatever. Like, she's making those comments to downgrade whoever you're with now. So the only thing you can do is kind of, yo, like, we not together, stop that. And then she like, oh, all right, look, he really over me? Cool, I know how to piss him off. I know how to get, like, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Either way, I'm very curious to see what, you know, some of our supporters think. Let us know what y'all think in the comment section below, man. Have y'all ever dealt with a bitter baby mama? Have you ever had to check?
Dealt with a bitter baby father?
Yeah.
How about that one?
Have you ever had to check a baby mama or a baby daddy? Like, let us know in the comment section, man. As y'all know, we read the comments all the time. Unless you're talking dumb shit. I learned how to block people in the YouTube comments. Woo-hoo. Anyway, but no, seriously, all jokes aside, like, we appreciate, you know, all the support. So let us know what y'all think in the comment section below. As y'all know, just Anwar.
It's Slim Rita here.
It's the A&R show, man, and we are inside during COVID. Stay safe, y'all. Peace out.